Hello, everybody. A warm welcome to Wine with Jimmy here on the world of YouTube. Delighted that you have clicked by. Welcome to a series here looking at Argentina, such a wonderful place for wine. Look at the picture there. You've got fantastic vineyards and mountain views of Alto Bornanza de los Andes in the Kalingasta Valley. Because here we're looking at San Juan. Okay, so this is part of series 3 on the other wine regions outside of Mendoza. And we're going to look at 4 areas: San Juan, La Rioja, Salta, and Patagonia plus others. Okay, so areas like Buenos Aires, for example. This video is available as free content. Hooray! Parts 2, 3, and 4 are available only to those of you who subscribe to my e-learning platform. That's over at www.winewithjimmy.com. There are hundreds and hundreds of exclusive videos there to help people with their studies to pass their WSET, for example. If you have a comment or question about Argentinian wine or San Juan, you want to tell me about a certain wine that you recommend, you have recommends on where to stay, what to eat, where to eat in Argentina, food and wine matching, where you are, what you get in your market, whatever, please get in touch by commenting below. So let's talk about San Juan. There's a 3D geographical map in play to really put it into perspective for you. San Juan is just next to north of Mendoza. You'll see Mendoza written at the bottom of your 3D map just there. San Juan has the second largest area under vine in Argentina, but it's not even a third of the size of Mendoza. So it's located on the western edge of Argentina in the foothills of the Andes. You'll see that to the western side there, clearly identified as Andes mountain range. So it's a territory dominated by mountains, and it occupies about 80% of San Juan. So it's very much all about mountains here. Now, it's still in what we call the central part of Argentina, the Cuyo region, as you'll see on the right-hand side. And the list below San Juan are all of the geographical indications that we find here. So wine zones, areas with a boundary. We're talking on this one about San Juan, yes, but we're also going to look at places like the Val de Padernal, so the Padernal Valley, and also the Val de Kalingasta, which is Kalingasta, which is another area we'll look at within San Juan. Okay, lots of numbers and figures on your next slide, just giving you the idea of the grape varieties in play. Now, it's pretty even Stevens, and that's quite unusual actually for Argentina. Argentina generally has a huge domination by red wine production, but you'll see here that really red and pink are just over a third, and white wine is just around a quarter. So that's quite a high number of white grapes in play. So we have Malbec, yes, Bonarda and Syrah. In fact, they're the top grapes. Malbec, Syrah, then Bonarda are the top 3. So Cabernet doesn't get a sniff in the top 3. So that's a little bit unusual here too. But really, the white grapes are fascinating. Pedro Giménez, Moscatel de Alejandría, Torrontés San Juanino, Torrontés Riojano, Chardonnay, and those top 5 all have above 500 hectares. So significant amount of white production here. So the vineyards stretch from around 600 meters to about 1,500 meters. The lower sites are hotter than most of Mendoza, with a lower diurnal range as well. And they tend to make more of the commercial production, inexpensive wines. And often the major driving force behind that is the pink skin variety, Cereza, Criollo Grande, for example. Now, these are falling out of fashion, sadly, some would say, and the area under vine in San Juan has actually been falling, unlike in other provinces. San Juan is starting to develop a more premium reputation in some places, but there's still a lot of volume made here as well. Let's look at specific geographical indications within San Juan. And we're looking here at the Padernal Valley, right in that southern section. Now, this is an isolated wine region at the southern end of San Juan, about 55 miles away from San Juan to the south, right on the border of Mendoza. It sits at a latitude of about 31 degrees south, and the climate is suitable for viticulture because of the local topography. It's desert or semi-desert, it's not. It's compared to desert or semi-desert in terms of its latitude, but because of the altitude here of the Padernal Valley at 1,300 meters, this moderates the local temperatures, obviously promoting better healthy grapes, better development of the fruit. Now, sunny days are followed by cooler nights at this altitude, and this extends the grapes' ripening period, leading to a slower accumulation and ripening of phenolic and better acidity. It isn't it isn't only the arid mountain climate which makes this wine distinct, but also the calcareous soils, so our limestone-based soils. There's about 850 hectares here, and it's another one that may be considered a Grand Cru of Argentina, like we were talking about the Paraje Altamira found in San Carlos in the Uco Valley. So many high-quality wines are being made in the Padernal Valley. It's something to seriously look out for. Now we're going to go to Kalingasta GI. It's an 100-kilometer long valley located between the Cordillera de los Andes and also the Pre-Cordillera. So the west mountain range is the Cordillera de los Andes, and the east is the Pre-Cordillera, and it sits in between those two. Planted in the mid-20th century mainly with Criolla native grapes, Moscatel Blanco, Torrontés San Juanino, and even Listan Prieto, the development is being shifted and focusing on red varieties. The climate in Kalingasta is hot and dry, 350 sunshine days per year. Vines are planted at a massive 1,350 to 700 meters, and you get a big exposure here to prevailing winds. That reduces any risk of mildew, but does cause problems with flowering and successful fruit set. The GI is located on the San Juan River, of which the Los Patos River, the Kalingasta River, and the Castano River all flow through. This system creates a lot of alluvial, rich, fertile soil deposits. Okay, that brings me to a conclusion of San Juan, the second biggest province in Argentina for wine. Please do join me for La Rioja, not the Spanish, of course, but Argentina next. If you want to watch this video along with 3 and 4, you'll have to subscribe to my e-learning platform. That's at www.winewithjimmy.com. And if you have a question, please do get in touch by commenting on this video below. I've been Jimmy Smith. Ciao for now. Goodbye.